So, it's almost summertime. In fact, when this video comes out, it's probably already summer. And that means there are great possibilities for some good reading. And I want to share a little bit about what I'm going to be reading this summer. It's going to be a lot of cleanups, a lot of books I have started and have yet to finish. And then probably, hopefully, I will bang through some good ones, good new stuff. This is, of course, as always, an overly ambitious list where I put on way too many books that I can feasibly manage to read within the short time that I have, and then feel bad by the end because I did not pull through on it. But it's still gonna be fun, right? So here's the list. The first book in the cleanup category is A Man Called Ove, and this is a translated version. Danish version, not the original Swedish. So, it's a fun book, actually. It's rare to see a character-driven story that has so much attitude and consistent character voice. And it has both potent observations about society, presented in a humorous way, and also it's just fun, right? But it's also psychological and tells the kind of a story of this man. And it touches on themes of loss and love and life, friendships, the passing of time. Yeah. The second book I want to clean up is I don't really have a physical copy, it's on my Kindle. So it's the Eyes of the Dragon by Stephen King. And it reads a little bit like a fairy tale, which is good. It's easy to read. There's not really a problem with it. It's just I lost kind of momentum because it is written in a kind of interesting style. And I think it's cool that Stephen King can write in different styles. Maybe he's known as a one-trick pony when it comes to styles, but I really enjoy this book. I'm almost finished, at least halfway. It's not a long book, so halfway. And yeah, hopefully I'll be done with that, and I'll have another Stephen King under my belt. The funny thing is I wanted to kind of read all of Stephen King's books, but since he publishes like 2 a year, I need to read 3. That's the math. I know. I'm clever. And thus, I'm woefully behind on my Stephen King this year. Normally I like these King stories and horror-esque stories to go within the winter time. But, I have so much more time this summer. Actually, maybe I don't. But it's fun. The next cleanup book, also in Kindle, is Station 11, which I am in the middle of right now. And it's also kind of, it's not really my vibe. It's interesting enough to keep my interest so far, but I'm not blown away by it at all. I'm probably not going to do a video on it. It's about the end of the world. It's about another, pandemic story. After 2020, I don't really want to read any of those. And it is about, what survives after civilization falls, what is worth preserving, art, so on and so forth. And there are flashbacks of a storyline that is somewhat interesting, but at this point I can kind of take it or leave it. I'm on the fence on that one. Then there is Kings of the Wild, which I was in the middle of, but then kind of lost interest again. That was when I fell out of love with fantasy. That's a weird way of saying it. I still like fantasy, but, not really reading it as much anymore. But I want to finish that one because I'm almost done, and it's a good book. It's fine. It really is humor. There's humor. It's fun. There's a lot of references. Has nice energy to it. So it's not a drag or anything. So that's some of the cleanups. Those books are already kind of done. So they'll be done relatively fast. I'll just have to finish them off. And then I can go on to my actual reading list, which kind of comes here. I want to read The Sundown Motel by Simone St. James, I think her name is. And I don't know anything about it. I'm going in blind. I like going blind to books. It has this motel, I guess, diner kind of Americano vibe, which is a good vibe, or at least it's a vibe. As a European, kind of think it's exotic, which is kind of interesting. So I'm looking forward to that one. I don't know a lot about it, but I'm stoked for that one. Then I want to read more Riley Sager. I want to read Final Girls, his first book. Riley Sager is a rock star of the mystery genre. Honestly, he is unbelievably good at it. He is There's going to be more books of his on this channel. There's going to be more Riley Sager content, so don't you worry. He's very good. Like, he's so competent to an extreme point. Love the guy. Love the books. So I'm looking forward to that one. But it's his first one. It's always interesting to go back to the first book of an author and see how they started out. What's the level they started at? I know he wrote under different synonyms and published other books. So it's not his first book. It's his first book as Riley Sager. That's neither here nor there. For my big project, the thing I will be dedicated the summer to, Moby Dick. Moby Dick. I've already started. I've already cheated and started a little bit, just to get a feel for the prose and for the story and for the vibe. It's great. When you read a lot of books and then you go back to the classics, you kind of get this feeling of this is why they're classics. Like, it's so well written, and it's a timeless story. I know it's a lot about whaling, and people I assume in America is forced to read it in high school or somewhere, and I can see why that would be a problem, because then you would take the fun out of reading altogether, and that's no good. But I did not do that. I did not have to do that, so I'm discovering as an adult, and it was on one of my lists of books I want to read before I die, so I'm really excited about it. Hopefully I'll get through it. It will be one of the big priorities, so here's hoping. Then I'm expanding my life. I'm expanding my reading circle. I'm going off genre. I'm reading contemporary. I don't know anything. This is they both die at the end, so I guess a spoiler warning would be relevant, but you know. And I've no idea. I mean, I have a little bit of an idea because I read the back because I couldn't. I don't know what this is really. You know, I know it was popular at one point, and it's probably a little bit more younger coded than I would like. But I would like to read it so I can be hip with the youngsters, which I of course am. I'm just looking forward to trying something nice. It should be a fun time. Again, trying to expand my circle of what to read. As I can tell, it's probably going to be a fast one. So it seems like a good summer book, right? The last book is Dark Places with Gillian Flynn. This is the translation version. But it is hers. She's only published 3 books, right? So I'm almost done with her entire bibliography, which is kind of weird. This might be pushed to September or December. That is the darker half, the winter time. But maybe not. If I have time, I'll try and get through this. I'm looking forward to it a lot. She's very good. She's very competent. I just finished Gone Girl. Obviously, it's a good book. So yeah, there's a lot of good Flynn coming in. But that's a kind of a stretch. That's one of the, again, overly optimistic picks. And then should everything fall into place, I would like to finish, or at least start and finish, Project Hail Mary. Because the book's been out for a long time. It's very popular. The movie came out. It's also very popular. But I haven't watched the movie because I thought I would read the book before, and I haven't read the book. I haven't really gotten to it, so now I can't watch the movie, and I still need to read the book. And every time I don't read the book, I'm thinking I also want to watch the movie, and I'm locked in a limbo of hatred of myself. Anyone else know this feeling? It's horrible. So that's the books. That's summertime. I hope everyone's gonna have a great summer and gets to read some great books. So bye.